Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Good morning. On this beautiful Monday evening. Yes, we're sorting some technical issues. Ooh, great leaders. I see that the repeat training, we're doing a repeat training today. I hope I'm audible. Let me just log into my Facebook. We're doing a repeat training. So, hey, unfortunately, even if I'm repeating technology, hey, yeah. So let me just check quickly on the Language TV network. Let's just see. Am I audible? Some technical issues. Okay. Everything is okay now. My Facebook, we do have training. Let me just put this down. Let's just share the screen quickly. This can be entire screen. Okay. What's this thing sharing? What's this thing sharing? Okay. I'm sorry. Right, it's the Facebook now. Okay. Good morning, great leaders. Good morning. Today we are doing a repeat training on health, mental health. So I won't really be live, but I will be in the background. Okay, so don't worry. I kindly ask you to please share this training. Today's cold. I hope you have your cordyceps coffees, eh? Ooh. So I kindly share I kindly ask every one of you English is Ingesi to please share this training with anyone because this training is really potent. Let me just begin. Please share, 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 share. You see, right teeth, long reach. Let me share the screen. Oh God, I'm a little behind on this one. Excellent. Salvana. Okay. Great leaders, thank you so much for joining tonight's training on the Health Hub. My name is Pulani Mudimwe, your language product specialist. Thank you so much for joining us. And this training is for everyone. Remember, mental health, it's not about you are a language member or you are not. Whoever can benefit from this mental health training needs to be here. Okay. No free. Oh, thank you so much, Sir Richard. So you can send this to anyone because we really need to discuss this topic. So now, great leaders, I'm going to actually give you a background first of the person who's coming to train us, so that you understand that we are really. This is not just a Pulani who's training us. This is a specialist of specialists. All right, great leaders. Let's have a look. I'm going to share a screen of our guest. I'm going to share a screen. I am introducing to you. I don't want an echo. No, this thing is not sharing. Let's see. It's doing what it did last. Okay, it looks like I cannot share. Let me try it again. Remember, this network is also a problem. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. Okay, no, it doesn't want to share this. Let me try it one last time. Okay, let me just do this. Let's see if it allows it. Sure, okay. So today's equation is real, math, and science then. Okay. I know today this laptop doesn't feel like working then. Okay, looks like we're winning. So great leaders, it looks like we're winning. Today's guest. Just want to see it on the screen. I don't see it now. Let's go back. Okay. I hope everyone can see the screen, right? I can see the screen. Let me just do this. Okay. So our esteemed guest for tonight is Mr. Paul Milatu Modimwen, and this is his professional biography. He is the director and the co-founder of Temp Enterprise for skills development, which focuses on identifying skills shortage and building different capacity. Beyond beauty, he is a psychometrist. Hi team, I'm gonna try and remove myself from here, and let's see if that sorts things out regarding the sound. Okay, I do apologize about the sound quality. Let me just remove myself and let's see what happens. All right. A psychometrist, Abutimpo, you will correct, a psychometrist and counselor specializing in psychological assessments and counseling aiming at unleashing individuals' potential. He's also a skills development practitioner for different CETAs. As you know, for leaders that don't know, CETAs are accredited organizations in training and development in South Africa. So he is a skills development practitioner for different CETAs, as there's many, as a facilitator, assessor, and moderator. Now, his previous work experience, he worked at Ikateleng Study Skills Project, providing effective study method skills, mentoring, helping with career choice. identifying students with learning barriers and giving remedial action. He also worked at FAMSA. Welcome, Leader Tito. Yes, please say. He also worked at FAMSA, Family Life Center in Davao, which is where I'm based. What he did was family and marriage counseling, mentoring CBOs. CBOs are community-based organizations, and community trainings. His other key skills and competencies are workshop facilitation, assessment and mentorship, capacity building and leadership development, developing and managing systems to control quality of work in an organization, personal management and project management skills, communication and conflict management, which include influencing and negotiation skills. Welcome, Leader Maureen. His achievements and awards are as follows. He is aligned with ASHA, which is applying SHE principles and procedures. And procedures address workplace hazards and risk. So think of health and safety, like OSHA. He's also a clinical management specialist of HIV for health professionals, otherwise known as FPD. He's also an HWCTA assessor. This is huge, guys. For the leaders that don't know, this is one of the CETAs, HWCTA. He's an HWCTA assessor. He's a SHE representative. He did SHE representative activities. Was a SHE rep. He's also ETDP CETA assessor since 2009. ETDP is education and training development. Okay. He also did Easy Stats Pro in 2007, narrative approach counseling in 2006, social auxiliary work since 2005, marital counseling since 2004, peer counseling, and PUK honors bursary. So that is Bosch University campus, that case for Africans. And then in terms of professional registrations, Mr. Mpho Modimoeng is registered with the following organizations: South African Council of Social Services Professions, so otherwise known as SACSSP, South African Council of Social Services Professions, Health Professions Council of South Africa, otherwise known as HPCSA, Visa Professional Bodies, ETDP CETA, we did say HW CETA, and SA HIV Clinicians Society, SA HIV Clinicians Society. And then other information for 5 years, between 2010, welcome SD Knox, my appy. Between 2010 and 2015, he did occasional guest speaker. He was an occasional guest speaker at the City FM, tackling psychosocial issues facing youth and adults, featured on programs like Matima Lodi, presented by Ms. Tolwana Moletsani, and then Ria Kubeleza, presented by Nyakalo Line, otherwise known as Batukada. For the leaders who are in South Africa, this is huge. And Lisi Patisioke, otherwise known as DJ Twasta. Ladies and gents, Lesedi FM is a huge radio platform in South Africa. It is massive. It's massive. So this is Mr. Mpho Modimoeng's profile. Why I had to give this profile is so that we actually let me go back to you. Why I what is this thing? I was doing that thing again, leaders. You see that? Okay, let me just do this. We'll just stop. Let me just do this again. I know the tricks must already. All right. So, leaders, the reason why I'm giving you his background is so that you actually know and understand that we are actually very fortunate to have Mr. Mpho Modimoeng here. He is, like I said, he's accredited and associated with many professional bodies, different HWCTAs, different CETAs, sorry, one of them being HWCTA, and so many other things. So, ladies and gents, without further ado, let us welcome Mr. Mpho Modimoeng. Yes!
Evening, evening. How are you, my sister?
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you, brother?
I'm
Mr.
together. I'm
Mo?
together. And
Camisa
evening to
volume. Okay, I
evening
can hear
to
you now.
everyone there.
Good evening, Mr. Paul. Well, now this is Long Reach. In Long Reach, it's always good morning. Morning, day,
Wow.
night. Doesn't matter. Yes, we are morning
Yes,
people.
you are morning people.
We are morning people.
Hey,
Yes. So,
I can
Mr.
attest.
Paul, I've given your profile. Your profile is massive. Like, oh, what an honor to have you on this platform.
And thank you for the introduction. It was on point.
Oh, you did
And
hear, Kanti?
and I must say that you made it easy for me just to flow with Kilabon.
Oh, thank God. Hey! Yes,
Now,
yes.
without further ado,
Mm,
let's get to our tonight's topic.
yes. Mental health.
Mental health. And I think one of the mental health disorder that is going to be discussed today is depression. Am I correct?
Yes, depression and anything else. Welcome,
Yeah.
Coach D. Welcome, Coach D. Welcome, Coach C. Welcome, Mutakela. Yes, Papa.
All right. Under the depression, I think it is commonly that we all experience sadness or unhappiness at some point in our lives, isn't it?
Mm.
Then, before we can get into the nitty-gritties of depression, I think it is important just to identify the link between stress as well as depression.
Mm.
Right. Stress and depression are two related but different psychological conditions.
Okay.
And both have serious negative consequences on people's life if left untreated.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
What is stress? Stress is the reaction when someone feels overwhelmed, that they are under too much emotional or mental pressure, and that they feel they can no longer cope, and experience occurs in short-term period of time. Eh. Whatever the
Short-term period.
emotional, yes, whatever the emotional discomfort that one feels, we say it has to be short-term period of time. That is acute stress.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So acute stress cannot fall under mental disorders.
Okay.
Then we have under stress, we have also what we call chronic stress.
Mm-hmm.
Chronic stress is a consistent sense of feeling pressured and overwhelmed over a long time of period.
Mm.
I said the acute, it's just for a short period. Stress as well as depression.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What is depression now? It can be called clinical depression or major depressive disorder, that is MDD. It is an enduring mood disorder. It falls under mood disorders.
Mm.
And it's mood disorder. All people experience states of unhappiness, but depression, term state of deep unhappiness. Two or 14 consecutive for one to be diagnosed with what you call depression or clinical depression. Right. In daily activities, and it is also characterized by a loss of interest or pleasure, a loss of pleasure in previously enjoyable activities. Worthlessness or helplessness, and problems with concentration, and also very, very crucial, having or experiencing suicidal thoughts. That's your clinical depression.
Depression. Okay.
Further, under the clinical depression, also you can also be, if not diagnosed with MDD, you can be diagnosed with PDD.
Okay.
PDD is a depressive disorder, persistent depressive disorder. It comes, but we say one can experience those symptoms over a period of 2 years. Right. Before one can be diagnosed with clinical depression, we have this manual that we use, DSM-5. It's a manual for mental disorders.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a criteria used, or there are symptoms for one to be diagnosed. We've got about over 10 symptoms.
Okay.
And for a person to be diagnosed, one at least than 5, and it happens that you've experienced in this over years. The symptoms can be, number one, be depressed most of the day, nearly every day.
Okay.
2, markedly diminished interest or pleasure in all activities every day. Then also there can be a significant weight due to not having an appetite and also can be a huge gain of weight due to movement. Movement thoughts. One can start talking slowly, very, very slowly. Then there's this also fatigue or loss of energy nearly every day. You know that feeling? Engage in anything. I don't even want to think. Even any physical activity, it would be something heavy for you to engage in. It's like you feel like you can just sleep the whole day. Nervousness or excessive inappropriate guilt nearly you feel low self-esteem. You start now having doubts even about yourself or your self-worth. And then also diminished ability to think or to concentrate, whereby now you are not even able to take decisions. You become indecisive. Remember, these symptoms has to happen every day, okay? For at least 14 days or 2 weeks. Also, recurrent thoughts of death, recurrent suicidal ideation without specific plan, or even suicidal attempts or specific plan for committing suicide. These are some of the symptoms for clinical depression. But let me warn you, you can't diagnose yourself, right? What we are giving today, it's not for diagnostic purposes, but it's for awareness purposes.
Okay.
And if one identify him or herself with one of those symptoms, it would be best for one to consult people like myself. Right. The good part of chronic stress, stroke clinical disorder, it's that it is treatable with people.
Thank God for that.
Yes. Now we've got, I think, about 3 types of treatment. We've got medications. What do I mean about that? Under medication, you can consult with your GP even your psychiatrists, whereby they would give or prescribe antidepressants. So after their assessment, they would prescribe the relevant or appropriate ones. Please, good people, let's not, or let's avoid for various reasons. The repercussions are harsh, medically so let's avoid that.
Mm-hmm.
Second method, specializes in therapy or in counseling. We teach clients to cope with the situation. We also give you skills to identify or even to prevent any further emotional discomfort. It's just unfortunate that we cannot omit or what is the word? Okay, we cannot omit what you went through or the traumatic event that you went through, but we are help you to cope. Right. Then under being a positive lifestyle, like eating healthy foods, also by and then exercise, physical exercise.
Danko.
One has to exercise regularly, good people. Also, please avoid alcohol and illegal drugs, which can affect your mood.
Mm-hmm.
I know there are people that we say they are prone to alcohol. I think it is commonly known that people who suffer from this clinical depression, they would abuse alcohol or use these illegal drugs because it makes them feel at peace. But unfortunately, it has your emotional state. And also spend time on hobbies and other things you enjoy. Yeah, you need to go out and mingle with other people, have fun. Also, it is very, very important to have a support, a powerful, if I may have to say, support people. You can confide in, meaning just have a it can be one confidant there. It is very, very important to have someone whom you can confide in.
Mhm.
Because researchers have shown that 80% of people who keep are the ones who are more prone to this clinical depression because
Mhm.
they don't talk.
Mm.
They have what we call suppressed, end up busting and experiencing tensions there, like suicide. Yes.
Mm. Jesus,
That's
this is such an important lesson.
very, very, and very, very sensitive issue.
Very
Akere,
sensitive.
good people, we need also to move away from this perception that people who suffer from mental disorders baloyilwe. Yes, or they are insane. They are insane.
Mm.
Hence, if people have to be referred to us, normally they would say, "Nah, ke hlanye. I'm not insane. I don't need a psychologist. I'd rather go to my church healer."
Sango.
Yes, because they would associate whatever.
Mm.
And as I said, the positive part of it is treatable. Let's not wait until it is escalated to schizophrenia, whereby now you are totally sane. Even that, treatment also, it's there. It's just now it's chronic. It's for the rest of your entire life. Yeah. So my sister, so far, I don't know if you've got some questions.
All right. Oh, that was powerful. I'll ask the questions later. But leaders, the floor is now yours. You can ask questions regarding mental health. There's one leader who's asking Abutimpo.
Okay.
There's one leader. Dementia.
Now, dementia good people, has nothing to do with clinical depression, but also we say it is also part of mental, by it alters your brains, especially the memory part of it.
Or the cognitive part, okay.
Yes, hence it will also affect. Yes, it can be of the movement. Yeah, also Lucy. I hope I've answered.
Okay. Yes, also
Yes.
Lucy, I hope Mr. Paul wait for the leaders. Abu Dimbo. Now
Yes.
actually you said like depression, it actually also manifests physically
Okay.
when left untreated,
True.
the chronic stress. Now I saw something that says in one of the medical books that says depression, stress, and loneliness may make chronic lower back pain worse.
I don't doubt you. Yes.
Yes, may make chronic lower back pain worse. Eh, Now, it comes back to people think that mental health and mental issues are just a joke.
Thank you.
I get
Akire,
so
I
now
think you're sorry. Continue.
I get it like one would think, hey man, drunk, depression is drunk, lower back pain, stress is drunk, lower back pain. But it is clinically proven. Your mental state is
If you still remember in my introduction, I said it can also physically, it can also affect even your movement. So it has something to do with, remember.
amen.
So untreated, you end up being on wheelchair or being crippled.
Hey, leaders, are you listening? Depression can cripple you. So Abu Timpo, there's a leader who's asking, ne? A
Okay.
leader Mutakela Musonda is asking, how does one prevent depression? How to prevent depression is asking, how do you prevent it?
Okay. I think the most important prevention would be based on your lifestyle. Very important. And being open, what do they call it? Open communication. Be able to communicate with other people and possess this positive mindset. Like I said, we all go through challenges or trials and tribulations in our lives. But because you have this positive mindset, you tell yourself it's just temporary. It's a passing phase. It is not there to stay, and it is not there to define
Powerful.
yes, positive mind, very, very also psychiatrists, psychologists, just for counseling, not because of you're presented with a problem.
That's what I like. Don't die inside. And then second question, or third question, sorry, from leader Silvana Morgan. She's asking, how does one get family to understand about depression?
Education, education,
I love that. So
yes.
when you say education, does it also involve, let's say, my counselor, whoever that might be, psychologist, whatever, they can actually even come make an appointment with my family to educate, as you say?
Yeah, let me just say that, or let me just highlight also that what we do also with our clients who are suffering from that, we also involve a better knowledge about the psychological condition, and also how can they help their to cope with whatever that they are going through. It is true that the environment is a very, very crucial. I mean, it is not live. Yeah. The environment there, it's terrible. It's so negative. Of course, you will relapse and relapse and relapse. So it is very, very also to include the family members and also even the community. Hence, we do this kind of.
And that is dangerous, dangerous, dangerous.
To do community. And also, let me just go back hanyane fela to say, we all need stress in our lives, a positive stress.
Please repeat. Please repeat.
We all need stress in our lives. Yeah. Here I am referring to a positive stress. Let me do an example. Need to study. Now always study smart, not hard, by the way. Smart for you to make it. Yes, but it can be negative if you feel overwhelmed, whereby now you can't even concentrate when you study because of the anxiety, fear of unknown, or exaggerated fear.
Exaggerated fear.
Yes, and they okay, the the nature. Hence,
Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
hence, when you come for therapy, we go back, or we must get the psychiatric and the medical history. Come again. Okay, I was saying, during our therapy, or in the therapy sessions, we would go back to your childhood. We would also go deep into the family, check the medical history as well as the psychiatric history. Because, as I said, these things also can be because of your genetical makeup, can be because of your personality traits. Yes, so it is, I say. And my time is up. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Coming back home.
Yes, now you're audible. Now I can hear you.
Okay, Askis. Yes, your time is up. So Abutimpo. So that's why
Yes.
you were literally busy 7 days a week for the couple last more than a decade. 7 days
Yep.
a week. That's how
Yep.
hectic mental health is.
Yep.
7 days a week you are busy. Monday to Monday. There's no off.
Yep. Yes.
Why
I
faster off in?
Remember, my motto is to unleash one's potential. Every one of us, we possess a potential within ourselves. Hence, also, I'm involved in skills development, just to unleash that potential that you possess or you have. It is very, very important. That's
to get out of you. They can just to
yes,
get
they can
your
contact you. Yes.
Yes. I hope that everyone is happy. Whilst I finish this training.
All right. Again, it's still in the morning. Remember, it's still in the morning. Hey.
By the way, Kelong Rich.
Thank you. Good night. Good people.
Thank you so much, everything. Bye.
Bye.
So, great leaders. You heard from someone who's practicing counseling day in, day out, that mental health is very serious. It even affects your physical health, and yeah, it's very it's alarming. So now what I want to do is just check on something that I wanted to show you. Let's just do a breakdown of what Mr. Mpho said. So let's check. Okay, let me just do this. I don't know where this thing went. A summary. Is we're doing a summary. Let's just see here. So mental health is, let's see if I can make this bigger. Okay. Is this clear for everyone? I hope this is clear. So mental health, what is it? It is real. Mr. Mpho did say mental health is real and it is not shameful. Mental health. Mental health is something everyone has. All right, he even exaggerated on that. Not exaggerated, he reiterated on that. Mental health is something everyone has, no matter your background, no matter your skin color, no matter your financial background. Mental health isn't a sign of weakness. Yes, can you see the screen? I hope the screen is clear for you. Mental health is intrinsically linked to or probably inseparable from physical health. Actually, it's plus. Mental health probably from physical health. Yeah, and all in your mind. Yeah, okay, all right. I see my phone is a bit behind. It's a bit behind. Important for all of us. Not some of us, all of us. And mental health is not all in your head. It is real. Remember, point number one. Mental health isn't taboo, right? And then mental health is part of being human. So of being human, health isn't an interchangeable term with mental illness. Abu Mpho explained that one as well. Mental health isn't an interchangeable term with mental illness. There's a difference between the term mental health and the term mental health. Mental health, mental health isn't constantly feeling good. Mental health is
something we need to look after. Remember, it's a process, and mental health is very important. And then back to the right, the last part, mental health isn't something you can snap out of. So, and voila, you are out of your chronic stress. Isn't something you can snap out of. It's also a process. And then mental health isn't fake news. Why? Because it affects each and every one of us. It's just that some people, they are embarrassed to talk about the mental. That leader again. Mental health awareness tips. Number one, meditate. So you can do meditation. Meditation is very good in relaxing. People who meditate also, it increases your gray matter. So you become smarter even by meditating. It's hard to meditate. If there's anybody in here who does meditation, you can tell us. It's hard to meditate, to calm the mind, quieten the mind. So it's very important to meditate. It's very important to take a break. All right, don't be too hard on yourself. It's also very important to be grateful. Practice gratitude. Okay, practice gratitude. Be thankful. Maybe write down the things that you're so grateful for every evening. Even if you just say, I'm grateful for life. That's it. All right. It's also important to seek help. I would important say seek help. Have a powerful support structure. Be it a confidant, someone that you can speak to about your everything, be it your psychiatrist, your counselor, whatever, but seek help. And then take care of your body. So please sleep enough. Sleep is part of mental health. Take care of your body, meaning eat healthy, he said, and also sleep enough. Okay, 7 hours plus. And stay active. Please, exercise is also related. It's very good for your cognitive function. All right. So let's go again. Meditate, take a break. Don't be hard on yourself. Be grateful. Practice the art of gratitude, even if you journal down every evening what you're grateful for. Seek help. Take care of your body. That means eating healthy, your lifestyle, sleeping enough, and stay active. Great leaders. Do you have any other questions? Do you have any other questions? Oh, products for mental health. How can I forget products? Guys, how can I forget products? Where did this thing go now? How can I forget products, great leaders? Don't you want to know products for mental health or depression? Great leaders. So I just want to check in the PS Academy. Actually forgot to include that poster. Why? I have no idea. I have no idea. But we do have products in Longreach for mental health. We do have products for depression. And please remember, Abudimpo did say, don't self-diagnose. Don't diagnose you are depressed. You need to seek a professional that will tell you yes or no, you are depressed. I just want to check here on here. Then we are done. Okay, leader, no problem, leadership. Okay, let me share the screen again. Here. Let me do this. I wanted to. So here are our products, long-reach products for depression or major depression, cordyceps, military supplements, cordyceps military supplements, our sea buckthorn berry oil, all right. So Nutrivi Blue is also great. There are some people who get what you call spastic colon or IBS, irritable bowel. There are also some women who they are premenstrual stress, PMS. It's exacerbated by depression. So these are all major depression, like the way I would impose. Supplement, green tea, and that's all for training. Do you have any last minute questions that I can answer maybe? Are there any questions? We'll give it a minute. Did you enjoy the training? Was it eye-opening? Are there any questions, my leaders? Mina, I wrote that. This was training, so I wrote what Abutimpo was training us on. So I hope you also did the same. Otherwise, you can just refer back to this training. Thank you so much, Dr. Hassani. Thank you so much. And for leaders, in some trainings, I actually did mention that people who are diagnosed with chronic depression also, the life in the bedroom is 0 to none existent. So there are some people, it affects libido as well, the chronic depression. So I've once said that there was one gentleman who's a long reacher who was on antidepressants. He had it for a couple of years and his marriage was on the rocks. And what helped him, he said this was a testimony he gave us in 2019 while he was attending trainings at Depo in Randburg. Supplement helped him, and he said cordyceps. And one of the teas, I think it was green tea that he said, but it was so long ago, 3 years ago. So no issue, great leaders. I hope so that they know that this thing affects everyone, not just some of us. All right. Thank you so much, great leaders. We'll catch up next week.
Hi, great leaders. Hi. I'm so sorry about the training. Is it now? What did I do? Oh, okay. Let me just stop. Okay. Great leaders, I do apologize for that sound, the static. I've never had that before. I tried to sort it out, but Nali technology, unfortunately, my talents are limited when it comes to technology. Okay. So what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is I will actually I've shared that training actually because we did it last year already. It was on the I think 10th or 11th of July last year. But what I'm going to do for you, to make up for this, I'm going to see if Abutimpo isn't available later this year because his schedule is pretty intense, I must say. his schedule is pretty intense. He's literally busy 7 days a week. Even when we have family gatherings, he will always come later, whether it's a Saturday or a Sunday, he does come, but but later, yeah, he's busy 7 days a week. So great leaders, do you have any questions for me right now that I can address live without static? Without static. So I'll really try my best to get him here later this year to repeat this training live. But otherwise, you can even inbox me. Okay, you can even inbox me on my WhatsApp and ask for the link of the training that does not have static. Okay, I'll send it to you, but I'll try my best. Do you have any questions for me, great leaders? I see there's one leader left. Great leader, thank you so much for for tuning in. I do apologize again. I can't stop apologizing. Do you have any question regarding mental health? And then we can call it a night. Sure. I cannot believe that we had that issue. See, it's very cold. We're wearing our winter jackets here. You're wearing a winter jacket. It's so cold there, guys. No questions. Let's sure, no questions. Even if it's not about mental health, maybe it's an issue that you came across, because we work with people out in the streets, our prospects, they ask us difficult questions, some of them, like maybe 20% of them, if not 30, our prospects, some of them, they ask us difficult questions. So maybe you have that, maybe. Yeah. So I'll just give it another. It's now 2016. So at 2017, I'll call it a night because I do want to help you as much as possible. Because if I help you in private, guys, I charge a consultation fee. I'm a PS. So I encourage leaders to ask questions here in training on Mondays. Otherwise, if you have my consultation fee, you can inbox me anytime. Anytime. All right. Well, it's still 2016. Still no questions. All right. It's now 17 minutes after 8. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. And please remember, feel free to inbox me on my WhatsApp. My number is 073 582 6733. I'm in South Africa, right? So obviously you're going to add your +27. We do have a WhatsApp group that was formed very recently. It's about maybe a month. We do have a Health Hub WhatsApp group. So that is a closed group. There's no good morning leaders, it's not an open group. Only myself and SDVEV are admins in there, so we can share anything that has to do with health and wellness or the Health Hub. So if you're interested, because that's where I also share the trainings that I sometimes compile. So yeah, to make it easy for leaders, because emailing, I see for some leaders it's a schlep. All right, so I've made it easy for everyone that we just have a WhatsApp group where we just share information. So next week I'll be training on hepatitis. So definitely there will be a training material, training manual on hepatitis. So do yourself a favor, be in that group. There you don't have to ask me, I just share. Okay, even previous trainings, because there are some trainings that I will not be doing because it's already passed. And then also feel free to inbox me any training you want me to touch on. Okay, because I am here to serve you and the global team. Any training that you want me to touch on, nothing is taboo. If it means that I call in an expert, it means just that. I have been doing that all along in any case where I feel that, what, here we need an expert. So that's the importance of networking. People who say, what, we're not getting paid for this. I'm an expert. I have a whole qualification for this, but because it's you, I will come and train your people for free. So that's also the importance of networking. So I also network in that sense. Because you saw if you were not here when we started this training, well, the repeat training, Abutimpo is a qualified specialist of sorts. He's even been featured in national radio stations. That's how good he is. He's excellent, I must say. So if it means that I have to call in experts, it means just that. For example, I've called in experts on to discuss breast cancer with us. I called a whole mammographer. It means just that, because why? I'm here to serve the team. I'm not a specialist in that. I'm just a product specialist. So where I see that here we need a specialist, I call in. I make phone calls. So thank you so much, great leaders. Thank you so much for your time. I do appreciate it. So we'll meet next week again, same time, same place. Training is on hepatitis. Take care.